So you must ensure the decision-making process is robust and comprehensive. Apart from that, I also believe that a successful leader must be adaptable and learn to build resilience mentally, emotionally, and physically. So this is also, I encourage all of you to run, 1 or 2, 3 times a week. Anyway, reflecting upon my journey, there are the key aspects of leaderships that I consider critical for success. And one is effective communications. Effective communication is very important. Leaders should communicate their vision, values, and expectation to their teams in a clear and consistent manner. Right? Effective communications cultivate trust and confidence, and really empower and motivate team members to excel, to contribute and giving their best. So by establishing an environment of trust, team members will then feel valued, motivated, and encouraged to take ownership. So consequently, it will then look, it will be much easier to unlock the full potential. Next is effective delegation. In hindsight, this is something I wish I had developed earlier in my career. So entrusting others with responsibility not only eases your overall burden, but also fosters growth and development within the team, right? So delegation, if you execute it correctly, will empower the team, foster a sense of ownership, and pave the way for collective responsibility and success. Another key indispensable aspect of leadership is the art of public speaking, right? So 2 pieces of key advice for this. One, try to know your audience and exactly what message you want them to hear. And 2, of course, practice. And I don't have enough of that. But in short, you must approach public speaking with mindful preparation and strategic thinking, right? So devote some time to research, know your subject matter inside out, and then structure your points carefully to deliver a clear, compelling message. So in public forums, adapting language and style to connect effectively, especially when the audience is a diverse audience, and then you need to, in private setting, like negotiations, for example, active listening and empathy are essential for understanding and addressing the concerns of all involved. So start with a small audience and gradually push your comfort zone to address larger audiences, whether at school or community events, and then confidence blossoms with practice and experience. As you never know, you may someday inspire others through your public speeches. So as I reflect my personal journey, I'm grateful for the moments that have shaped me to where I am today. While there have been many notable moments, there are 3 that hold a special place in my heart. So first, the opportunity to lead a bank, a CIMB, as its CEO. This was about 8 years ago when I was 42. I just turned 50 last week, so I'm joining your 5 series group. Yes, can't consider myself young anymore. And it's a position that allowed me to drive innovation and transformation within the organization, then creating a positive impact to our stakeholders, especially in Southeast Asia. Second, national service as the finance minister. This was at the height of COVID-19, which was a tough but also a rewarding and humbling experience. Despite the tough period, our team managed to deliver 8.7% GDP growth for last year, reduced unemployment from 5.3% that was in May 2020 to what it is, up to 3.6 in October 2022. And then third, of course, today, the privilege of serving as the Minister of MITI, where I have the chance to contribute to Malaysia's economic growth and showcase our nation's investment, trade, and industry's potential on the global stage. So throughout all these 3 high points, I've also enjoyed the profound satisfaction of witnessing the growth and success of individuals, as well as my team members who have been with me on those journeys, as well as those I have mentored and guided along their own leadership journeys. So you embrace your own leadership journey with passion and purpose, learn from the highs and the lows, because nothing can be considered a failure unless you fail to learn from it. So the stepping stones to success are made up not only of successes, but also setbacks. So cultivate a leadership style rooted in sincerity, in authenticity, in collaboration, and resilience. Above all, remember that leadership is not about, solely accomplishing your personal targets, but also about inspiring and empowering others to realize the whole team's maximum potential. So, ladies and gentlemen, now let's go beyond my personal narrative and focus on the broader scope of Malaysia's economy and its future. So today, of course, I stand before you as the Minister of VT, leading the charge to ignite our economy by attracting investments both from domestic as well as international, so within our borders and across the globe. So MITI also paved the way for global trade through strategic policies, fair negotiations, and adherence to international standards. So our vibrant sectors, including advanced manufacturing, breathtaking tourism, diverse agriculture, really all of this defines the essence of Malaysia. A unique, harmonious blend of traditional culture and forward-looking progress through innovation. But our vision, goes even further. With the launch of the new investment policy, the NIP, we aim to elevate Malaysia to new heights by increasing economic complexity, creating high-value jobs, fostering inclusivity, as well as developing domestic linkages, underscored by, of course, by the guiding principle of ESG for Malaysia's sustainable growth. The NIP, if you have read it, also focus on key sectors, key industries. There's 5: aerospace, chemical, petrochemicals, digital economy, E&E, and pharmaceuticals. So if you're looking to build a career in Malaysia's manufacturing industry, what I can say is that exciting developments lie ahead in these growth areas that you could potentially look at. So while NIP lays out what in transforming our investment and industries paradigm, the hows will be prescribed by our upcoming new Industrial Master Plan 2030, the NIMP 2030, which will be launched by end of August. As well as how it links into the national ESG framework for the manufacturing sector. So generally speaking, both the NIMP 2030 as well as the IESG, we call it, are meant to transform our industries, to build capacity and empower them to face the new challenges, the world of poly-crisis, the world of many crises, which are fast becoming a permanent state of key challenges, from inflationary pressures to disrupted supply chain, from talent crunch to tech threats, many others, and we can see also the threat of AI today. So the NIMP 2030 will revolutionize our manufacturing capabilities, paving the way for a sustainable, digitally driven future. So the IESG, on the other hand, ensures that our manufacturing sector strikes a balance between people, planet, and profit, and support Malaysia in achieving our very ambitious net zero target by 2050. So in this pursuit, we prioritize a just transition and then provide institutional support, especially for the small and medium enterprises in the manufacturing sector. So by enabling them to benefit ESG sensitive supply chain, we empower them to thrive. So our strategy includes strategic incentives, regulatory enhancements, and purpose-driven finance, right? All aimed at propelling Malaysia towards a brighter future. So ladies and gentlemen, now let's turn our attention to one particular industrial subsector that has been talked about a lot today, which is the electric vehicles or the EV sector, which offers one key path towards a greener, more sustainable Malaysia. So picture a Malaysia where 38% of vehicles on our roads are EV and hybrids by 2040. So imagine affordable and eco-friendly commuting for all Malaysians. So with over 40% Malaysian expressing interest in purchasing an EV as their next car, what we need to fulfill this demand is a solid EV ecosystem. So the multi-ministry National EV Steering Committee, this is a cabinet committee that I am personally chairing, has begun to play its crucial role to rev up the process in replacing the EV industry in our development's fast lane. So to realize our electric dreams, we have introduced tax incentives for manufacturers and buyers while investing in a robust charging infrastructure. And many companies, as you know, coming here, establishing their presence in Malaysia, we are all set to charge ahead towards a sustainable and inclusive electrified future. So I'm confident that our combined public-private effort will help fulfill. We have a target about 10,000 charging stations across Malaysia by 2025. We are now just past the 1,000. So ladies and gentlemen, and leaders of our future, so how will we fund all these developments? So our nation will attract investments from both domestic and internationally, and together with trade, these are two key components under MITI's purview that supports economic growth. So those of you who studies economy will know that the GDP definition, C plus I plus G plus X minus M. So the trade and the investment is two of the key drivers of growth. So this is why maintaining and strengthening bilateral ties with other countries is so important. They have both diplomatic ties and economic ties. So since I became MITI Minister, our trade and investment missions, we've been going out there. We have secured so far 230 billion ringgit of committed investments from 4 countries. This is testament to the confidence foreign investors have in Malaysia, which help policymakers like me and my colleagues unlock numerous opportunities for our corporates, SMEs, and fellow Malaysians across various sectors. Additionally, I'm happy to share that our approved investment in the first quarter this year compared to the first quarter last year has gone up by 60% to 71.4 billion ringgit. This really represents about 1,200 projects and set to create 24,000 new job opportunities. So our efforts have also earned international recognition, with Malaysia's making impressive strides in the 2023 IMD World Competitiveness Ranking, which we have improved by 5 notches compared to the year before. We are now ranked 27th most competitive economy in the world, second in Southeast Asia. Of course, first is our neighboring small country down there. But the rest, we are ahead, but we must not forget that the gap is narrowing, so we must ensure that we remain competitive going forward. However, what is most important is to ensure that all these FDIs and ranking will, eventually benefit, ultimately benefit all Malaysians. So by putting emphasis on knowledge and technology transfer to our local workforce to build our own capacity. So ladies and gentlemen, now I've come to the final part of my speech, where I would like to offer some suggestions on how you could help policymakers in government, MITI for example, and help catalyze all the changes that I had shared earlier. So here are the key takeaways. Seated before me, I know there are a lot of future leaders here from different leadership skills, disciplines, from different backgrounds, and each of you actually hold the power to create profound change. So let me share with you what I had done back in university. It was not that long ago, still remember. So build your global network now among your fellow students, lecturers and professionals you may meet along the way, even before you graduate. So this is how you can build upon the foundation of existing relationships. Remember the strength that comes from multidiscipline and multinational collaboration, which offers boundless potential for the shared prosperity and sustainability of our world. For those studying overseas, as I understand there's quite a number of you here who studying overseas today, you can harness your global exposure and experience to help improve Malaysia. For those rooted at home, expose yourself to our socio-economic matters to see where the opportunities are to make a real difference. In both cases, I see all of you and this today, the platform, as a crucial platform to facilitate this by becoming the bridge that connects all of you. Remember too that keeping abreast of innovation is the key to unlocking the doors to progress and the tripartite pursuit of people, planet and profit. Bear in mind that sustainable, impactful change that shape the lives of millions can also be a profitable pursuit. So in closing, again, allow me to say that the future of Malaysia rests upon the young, people like yourself, for it is you who will determine the course of our nation's future. As a policymaker in Malaysia, my final advice to you is to ignore the white noises, the white political noises, because I sincerely believe that Malaysia has so much potential and still has a lot to offer to its youth. So, but you need to play your part, of course, by helping us shape the path that Malaysia treads. So by being a graduate, you will soon join roughly the top 25% of our population. So that privilege comes with a degree of responsibility to give something back. So I hope you will someday, like me and a lot of my friends and colleagues, be fueled by an inner fire to contribute to Malaysia's transformation and increasing her deepest hopes and dreams, particularly in improving the lives of Malaysians who are less privileged. Now let me leave you with a quote by the renowned American who engineered several tech revolutions, the late Steve Jobs. He said, great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people. So these words remind us that success is not an individual effort. It is born from the collective contribution of dedicated individuals who work hand in hand towards a common purpose. So I hope you will carry those words in your hearts as you embark on your own perspective, on your own respective journeys of changing the world for the better. So with that, I wish everyone a summit filled with fruitful discussions and meaningful connections as well. So thank you. Sekian wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much for your awe-inspiring keynote, Yang Berhormat Mulia. I believe all our participants here have taken away a lot from your speech. And I certainly learned a lot for myself. Firstly, we would like to have MASCA National Chairperson, Shaulu, come onto the stage to present you with a token of appreciation for your attendance today.
Next, Yang Berhormat Mulia, we would like to have our participants overseas to say hi to you. Wave your hands, guys.
I don't think they can.
Yes. They can hear us. Participants overseas, say hi.
Hi guys.
Hi.
YMB Tengku Zafrul is seeing you.
Besides our in-person attendees today, our ANLS team has organized for virtual attendees from all over the world today who are Malaysians in their respective countries to come and watch and engage with the summit, even if they are not here in person.
Yep, these are all the many students who have turned in today for our across the globe for the summit.
Before you head off, Yang Berhormat Mulia, we'd also like you to have a photo with the crowd. Photo, everyone. Aida, and that was our final keynote of the day. I'm truly in awe of our inspiring speakers, and I learned so much from all of them, from law to gender rights, finance, youth leadership, and many more.
Yep, and I believe all our participants here feel the same way. Do you guys feel the same way?
Yes.
I can't hear you. There we go.
With that, let's unwind a little and have some fun by kicking off with our second activity of the day. Perhaps the activity I'm most excited for, Puzzleception, a challenge that is guaranteed to let you be both challenged on the mind and body.
And don't forget, this game amount up to some big points that will allow all of the winning teams to walk away with thousands in cash.
Cash?
So, yeah.
I want to win cash. Can I win cash?
Yeah, if you want. So these cash prizes are for our participants though. But how do we carry forward with the puzzleception?
Well, the structure of the game revolves around a crossword puzzle, which is the main puzzle. The vertical words that make up the puzzle are identified through several other puzzles and challenges that will need separate methods of solving.
Apa tak dibilang, mau jolok.
Team must identify the mystery word, which will be the horizontal word of the crossword puzzle, which is the final key to crack.
You may access the puzzle tag via scanning this QR code here, but all instructions will be conveyed to you. Feel free to reach out to any of our facilities if you have any additional questions.
Once all of you have gone through the instruction and each puzzle and the challenges, you may begin. 45 minutes to finish, and the fastest teams will score the big point to go into the running to win our big cash prizes.
Let's go!
Make sure to be on your group because this is a group activity.
Boleh, dah membayar. Kan? Dah membayar. Ui, 2,000 siapa? Habis dah gaji. Tak tahu lagi. Tanya pasal ni kot. Pasal apa ni? FDI. Saham. Jualan saham. Sebab ini pun tak ada apa. Banyak yang mention dalam speech tu. Banyak dah mention yang polisi tu IS ni. That's not clean sound. Boleh tadi?
Music.
Dekat sini lah, tak tahu jual ada.
Of course. Berani dengan ni.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Check, one check, two check.
Sorry, salam pertama Datuk Seri. Sebagai Menteri Pelaburan, apakah vision Datuk Seri untuk meningkatkan FDI dan DDI di Malaysia?
Ya, salah satu isu yang paling penting yang kita perlu tangani ialah persepsi yang kita perlu percepatkan kelulusan lah. So I think we need to be ease of doing business yang penting, dan pihak kementerian bersama-sama dengan agensi yang berkaitan akan menumpukan lebih perhatian kepada proses untuk mempercepatkan kelulusan-kelulusan yang diperlukan oleh pelabur-pelabur kita lah, pelabur tempatan, domestik dan juga pelabur antarabangsa.
Datuk Seri melihat kepada pelaburan asing masuknya banyak, tetapi jumlah saham yang dijual oleh mereka tu tinggi. Kalau tengok rekod 10 minggu betul-betul. Jadi daripada pihak PT sendiri ada apa inisiatif tak ataupun apa-apa kepada pihak PT?
Dari saham dari segi apa? Kerana saham ialah stock market, capital market. Kita daripada pelaburan kita daripada FDI ya, berbeza dengan capital market ataupun pasaran saham. FDI kita ialah pelabur-pelabur yang datang direct untuk melabur ke dalam industri-industri tempatan ataupun industri yang pengeksport dan sebagainya. So what I'm trying to say here that is the difference between FDI and investing in the stock market lah. Tak ada relevant lah. There's no connection between the two in terms of saham lah. Yeah. So of course of the company dah lama yang nak invest ni, kalau nak pergi listing tu dia akan dapat pergi listing lah kalau dia nak listing di Malaysia. Tetapi tu dua isu yang berlainan. So
Datuk Seri on CTP
you dah buat confused. CPTPP.
Selepas 6 bulan kita dah ratifikasikan CTP tu. So macam mana dari segi pelaburan kenaikan increase?
Ya. Yalah, kita dapat lihat bahawa perdagangan kita terus meningkat ya, tapi bukan saja kerana CPTPP, kerana banyak lagi FTA yang kita telah sign, multilateral agreement yang kita telah menandatangani, itu RCEP juga, ada semua ASEAN FTA, dan banyak lagi lah yang telah lebih kurang 18 free trade agreement yang kita telah menandatangani setakat ini, dan ini membantu pengeksport kita lah untuk mengeksport dan mendapat akses kepada market antarabangsa. Okay.
Ada soalan politik sikit?
Boleh politik sikit. Preventif
sikit. Apa ni? Tadi Datuk Seri ZM ni dia dah umum kata UMNO BN akan dapat 45% kursi untuk PRN ni. Boleh tahu UMNO Selangor dapat berapa?
Oh, saya itu kena tanya ketua Perhubungan Negeri lah. Saya tak terlibat dalam discussion ini di peringkat ketua Perhubungan Negeri saya lah. Yang penting kita kena, bagi saya untuk Selangor, saya harap UMNO Selangor diberi peluang untuk dapat bertanding di kursi-kursi yang telah dijanjikan, tetapi lebih penting ialah supaya kita di UMNO Selangor, Barisan Nasional Selangor dapat membantu memastikan kerajaan perpaduan di Selangor terus kekal sebagai kerajaan di negeri Selangor.
Jika kursi dijanji
Saya tak tahu. Saya tak terlibat. Kena tanya Ketua Perhubungan Negeri lah. Saya tak terlibat langsung.
Ada apa lagi mesyuarat lepas ni yang untuk finalize kursi untuk
Saya tak tahu, saya tak terlibat. Kena tanya Presiden, kena tanya Ketua Perhubungan Negeri. Saya tak dimaklumkan.
Okay.
Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you. Alright, thank you. Alright, thank you. That's good.
Tapi apa you dengar? Aku baru baca tadi, 45% 55 kan dia kata.
45, 55 macam-macam.
Tapi dia masuk atas-atas sekali kan, so dia average I think. Kan, tapi some state kita banyak, some kita less. So average kan, I think it's average of all kan, bukan setiap.
Ya, dia kata tu average. Jadi kalau Selatan total.
Bangun kita tak mau untuk dapat
bahagian 25%. Okey.
Saya dengar. Pasal kita Kelantan dengan kita banyak kot.
Oh ya, yang negeri yang macam
saya dengar
tak banyak sikit juga.
Saya pun tanya-tanya, dia orang tak tahu kita. Very secret. Tanding pun tak tahu.
Betul.
Tak kisahlah. Masakan jangan galak.
Bulan berapa? Dia bulan berapa ni? Bulan berapa?
Ogos lah. Saya lambat pun mid Ogos paling lambat.
Mungkin lepas konsert.
Ha?
Ada views hujung bulan ni.
Tak ada apa?
Ada views.
Views apa?
Ada konsert views lah band.
Oh, ingat Coldplay ni. Coldplay 12.
Oh, FMP.
My source of inspiration.
Oh, ada.
I ate pasta because of it.
When did you do?
2022.
Baru ni?
Baru saja.
Semua dia orang di sini. Saya also tak buat tadi. Saya should do lah.
If you want, no, you just picture, you give the medal, you get it done. And then we can extract very easily the data.
Okay.
I buat
Give me a word of encouragement.
Boleh.
Because of dia saya buat lah Wasserton. Kalau tidak saya tak buat punya. For reference, you can just pass me anytime. I'm going Italy September, Langkawi October, then maybe California in
Oh, you still doing
I need to do 5 1 year. Now when the CT sponsor, I have to do. Saya kena buat. No,
ni macam lari lah.
Tidaklah.
Thank you. Banyak actually a lot of media people they are very good and a lot of doctors do. So I know you know how long hours of training I do.